was being rolled out, Killer Instinct was one of the big titles coming out, and I got the idea, let's do the classic Killer Instinct. And so we got the original Xbox One kits with about 4 months to go before the actual launch of the platform.
Looking back, the timeline on this wasn't long. It was between not knowing it existed to getting it out the door seemed very, very short.
We had, in principle, thought about how to do games like this, but this was our first practical task of getting a game from that generation of hardware going. So there were a lot of new challenges there, a lot of new challenges learning the Xbox One at the same time.
So it was really a matter of first just getting the basic things happening, getting some graphics to come up onto the screen, talk to the controller, that sort of thing. We used a technique which I think people are fairly familiar with called emulation to get the thing going. And essentially what that is an interpreter which runs as the original processor on the game.
So we're not trying to recreate specifics of the gameplay or that sort of thing. We're trying to recreate the original hardware and then let the original game run as it did on the original hardware. It thinks it's still running on the original hardware.
The fans of any of these games, especially fighting games, know them intimately. And so if there's something that's wrong, if there's something that's timed differently or doesn't behave as in the original, they're sure to point it out.
This is such a classic game, and we wanted to pay such a great tribute to it from the get-go that we needed to pretty much go back and play the game, research the characters, the stories, pretty much give the characters a makeover, so the resolution is higher for the games. Even the music, hearing that classic sound for me was important to try and bring all those elements into the game.
We were quite gratified to see how much the fans appreciated what we did. We tried to put a lot of love into the game. We cared about getting this right, and being able to interact with the fans on the Ultra Combo website too was great. Being able to get their feedback. There was a number of times that people say, it would be great if we had this kind of filter or that sort of thing, and yeah, we would put that in the next update.
Not a lot of people get a chance to contribute to such a classic game, and also to pay tribute to it on top of that.